Hello, I'm Serge Desazar. I'm a truffle grower in the Loire Valley, in Chinon precisely. I've been doing that as a professional for 5 years now, and now heading the number one organic truffle farm in France with over 65 hectares of truffle fields. That's over 18,000 trees that we've all planted. It hasn't been my job all the time. It used to be a hobby for a long time because before I had another business, I used to work in fashion for 15 years for most of the prestigious brands that we know in this world. And I decided 5 years ago to change completely and concentrate on this hobby, which was a real passion, truffles. And it's true that it's an amazing product. I could talk about it for hours, and that's why I decided actually to do this book, to present to people all the different types of truffles, because you need to know that there are 27 different types of truffles in the world. We all know about the white Italian truffle and the black Périgord truffle, but there are all sorts of other varieties. And also it's important to know that there are different types of qualities inside the black truffle, the black Périgord. And especially right now, as it is the beginning of the season, some of them are not too good yet. And so I've brought you some samples of some truffles. You need to know that when the black truffle starts growing, it's completely red outside and white inside. And when we start harvesting them from mid-November up until end of February, and Spain will go up until end of March, they will turn black afterwards. And this is more the color that we want to get afterwards. So you see there's quite a big difference. You cannot really smell it there, but I can guarantee that there is a big difference in terms of flavor between these two truffles. So it's important to make sure that all the truffles, when you buy them at the beginning, they have to be knifed like that, so that you can check inside the color, make sure that it is nice and black, make sure also that it is the black Périgord, the Tuber melanosporum, because there is another black truffle which is called the Brumal, where the veins are a bit thicker, not quite the same. And you may also get the Chinese truffle, which has the same aspect, a bit like the handbags made over there, but they don't have the flavor. And so to make sure that it is a truffle, then you need to scrape it like that, and it will turn slightly red, which shows that it is the Tuber melanosporum, the black Périgord truffle, which is what we're looking for. It has a fantastic flavor. You need to buy it fresh. Never buy it in a jug, or because it has been usually cooked, and it doesn't suffer going over 60 degrees temperature. So it's very important to buy them fresh. The good thing about it is once you've bought it fresh, it's true that you have to eat it within 10 days ideally, but if you don't eat everything within the 10 days, you can easily freeze it and then take it out from the freezer, shave it directly onto your meal at the last minute, and you still get this fantastic flavor. But it's important not to defreeze it and to shave it directly onto frozen. Once it's frozen, it's like every product that you, fresh products that you put in your freezer. Once the next season starts, it should be finished already. So usually no more than 6 months basically. Depending on the kind of truffle that you buy, the black Périgord truffle, the best will be from beginning of December. Top is going to be January, and we harvest them until end of February. You may find some also in March, which come from Spain, but there's still the same flavor. It's the same black Périgord truffle. And now also you can get them in inverted seasons, coming from Australia or South Africa or Chile. It's the same, but usually priced quite high because of the freight cost. Otherwise, you also, as I said, find other kind of truffles that grow earlier in the season, like the summer truffle, which grows from May till August, and then it becomes the Burgundy truffle from autumn, from September to December. At that time you also get the white truffle, the white Alba truffle. You get the Burgundy truffle, you get the Mésentérique, which we call the Truffe de Lorraine. So these are the main truffles that you will find on the markets. But it's always very important to know
what kind of truffle you are buying. So you need to ask, what kind of truffle is it? Is it a black Périgord truffle? Is it a truffe de Lorraine? Is it a white truffle? And then you need to be able to smell it to make sure that the flavor is there, and it's the flavor that you buy which is the most important. The best place to find truffles is obviously going directly to the producer because he knows exactly when it will be harvested, and most of the time we tend to harvest them depending on the demand to make sure that they are as fresh as possible. Now I'm sure that there are many places in London where you can find the truffles, but it's a shame that for the moment in UK, even though a truffle of 16 grams was found last year, you're not growing much yet. There are many recipes. I think the simpler the better. First, if you've never tasted truffle, but the truffle butter is always the best. Ideally, salted butter with about 10% of truffles. That's a very good way of doing it. Then afterwards, what I like most is scallops, which you slice in two. You put one slice of truffle in the middle, a bit of truffle or a lot of truffle butter. Then you put it in the chimney to heat it a little bit, just 1 minute, nothing long, just for the butter to melt. And then afterwards you just taste it and it's just fabulous.